heard a beep. Got another right on red situation here. Looks okay. Alright. Back on the road. It's upsetting how late I'm getting. So say the absolute latest might be 4:30.
Take ramp to I-79 North.
So if I get there at 11:30, I can fall asleep as soon as I get there. It's unrealistic. I haven't had any caffeine all day. I had the orange soda. So if I get there at 11:30, realistically, I'm still not going to be asleep until probably midnight.
Drive 19 miles.
But if I wake up at 4:30, 5's going to be too late. There's no way I can do 5. It has to be 4:30. 4:40. Let's say if it's a 20 now, because say, well, 4:40 maybe. So it's a 20 minute, maybe 10 minutes to get dressed, get in the car. No, not even. 4:30. 4:30 is my limit. That's the latest I can pick up. I don't think there's any other way. It's too risky. I've already invested too much. 4.5 hours of sleep is better than no sleep. Because say that's why I'm paying for the hotel. I'm not paying for it. I got it free, but that's why I got the hotel. Is because any sleep is say I get 4.5 hours of sleep. I was hoping to get 5 hours of sleep, but if I can get 4.5 hours of sleep, should be able to function on that. It's only almost like a half sleep though. But it should be enough to get me through the eclipse. Like I said, I can sleep polyphasically. Because I don't know if you've ever done that before. You might be alert and awake. So you're going to have to do something for a few hours. Then you're going to start getting drowsy again. So what's going to happen is I'll have to take a nap before I can drive home, basically. But as long as I get a nap after the eclipse, it should be fine. So it'll work out. And the nice thing is the eclipse will be over by 7, and I don't have to check out until 11. So I can just go back to the hotel, get like a 3-hour nap, check out, and then drive home. So that's my plan. It's been my plan all along, actually. But so even if I had gotten there in time, I wouldn't have gotten more than 5 hours of sleep. So unless I was able to fall asleep way early, wicked early. So yeah, why are all these roads 55? It's not helping me. So we're in Washington Township of Washington County. When the lens changes temperature, it actually shifts the focus point. But for the short focal length, I don't think that matters so much, like on a telephoto lens, because the depth of field is infinite, basically. Or not because I don't think it matters. So, it's changes in the focus point are less sensitive at short focal lengths. So if the focus point shifts, I don't think it's going to matter because the lens is 10 millimeters. On the 27 millimeter sensor. That's f4.5. So Musica, musica.
Insane or crack out. How you kill people, but man, you run back out. All of the bandits and part you go wreck out. Tell me about how much people you pay drop out. Straight from the race, how much I pass you knock out. Can't talk to me rude, boy, you get black out. Be straight like a pin, and you don't get lock out. Don't tell me about how much people you shut out. When man, you a rock out. Them big get the sound of it. How they pick up it. How them hold it. How them bad it. When them get it. When they lock out the thing, it big run it, run it, run it. When them bust it. When them get it. How they lock out it. When they pop out it. When they shut out it. When they lick out it. Watch the trend. But you don't see that them a creep. Them a creep. You don't see that them boy they are free. Most more on the shot, the boy has me. This week I don't mean a man has free. Some of them do it right now as I speak. Man them a shot and boy them like meat. Rabbit to human beings like white meat. Free keeping them on the white streets. So you don't kill them, don't feel complete. But a man that you want them shit like concrete. You can't find them things in a high creed. Tell me the man that think me concrete. When them bust me, they cut me. Them a bust me, when the sound of me. When they let out me, they can see them in the grass. Get with the rabbit.
Big up this way, dog, shout it. Video on the dirty, man, bless my little days. I wake up at that all night. The basic is hand, but I'm watching him and if I'm watching the blue man, the basic is hand, but I'm watching him and if I'm watching the blue man,
So I'm just thinking the cost benefit of recording high definition video, specifically for high definition, seems of limited utility because I have to pay for the file storage to keep the videos, unless I just put them on a YouTube and then delete them. That seems bad. If I'm just doing test videos now, that's fine. You'll see how it works out. But for long-term use, it seems the cost-benefit might not work out because it's going to eat up my file storage if I start doing this a lot more. Let's say even if I did so I'm doing it trying to only do it for special events. But even then, unless I drop it down to 720 or 480 or something, it seems of limited utility. Because, what are you seeing? Is it really that interesting? I guess it depends on where you are. So, I'm saying you've seen 1 mile of trees, and the next mile of trees, it gets kind of monotonous. That's highway driving. We're in Appalachia, so there's nothing but trees and mountains mostly. Let's say I'm curious to see, especially since the sun's setting, if we're going to see Pittsburgh. Let's say it might be easier if I just on off the video instead of leaving it continuously recording. I would have to leave the camera on, but it wouldn't actually be recording video unless I remotely trigger it. And that way, if I'm passing through something scenic or interesting, wouldn't be recording all the time, but that would be much better and less dull. I don't know how dull my videos are. Dull. You have to say it like that. Dull. Okay, this truck is going a little bit too slow. Going uphill, it's got the V6. It's probably going to speed up as soon as it starts going downhill again. Because I don't know how dull my videos are. This is a once in a lifetime thing, so it doesn't matter. You know, that's important enough to record. So I'm probably never going to go back here. You know, it costs $60 in gas without, you know, even avoiding tolls. Still have to pay the gasoline. And without a hotel, you know, it's still 8 hours of driving and $60 for gas. See Presque Isle, and you know, there's the Erie Zoo, but I don't know if that's free or not. I don't know what else is up there. Because I'd like to sightsee Pittsburgh. Not sure what's in Pittsburgh. I'm sure they have more stuff to do in Pittsburgh than Erie. But it'd be cool to see the Great Lakes. So say, you know, if you just do it once and never again, you say, oh, well, I've seen the Great Lakes. So now I can say to people, hey, I've seen the Great Lakes, and they're great. Yeah. I don't know if they're great. I've never been. So now once I go, then I can say, well, they're great or not. They look great, you know. Yeah, so at least you can say that. It's like a once. I probably won't ever come back, I'm guessing. You know, but the location is nice. So say if there's ever a special event, you know, especially anything, you know, happening at sunrise or sunset. Like, you know, I was looking at the photos. They got great views in both of them because they're on a peninsula, so you're pretty much surrounded by water. So they got great views of both sunrise and sunset. So say I might come back in, I wouldn't say never say never, but say I might come back in 2031. Because I don't know, I didn't look at the eclipse path. I just know the next solar eclipse that's either at sunrise or sunset is in 2031. It's 10 years from now. So I might come back in 10 years. So never say never. It's like I'll never come back. It's like, no, I might come back 10 years from now, just not anytime soon. You know, it has to be some reason to justify the expense. Some kind of special event that I can't see from Maryland that would, you know, justify the expense of coming up here. You know, it's still expensive. A lot of this, everything I'm doing right now is still coming out of the stimulus check, pretty much. So I can afford to take some liberties that I normally can't afford. But that's not going to last for long. So I'm making better time now that I'm out of that construction zone. Clouds up there. So the solar eclipse will be starting in not that long. Just rounding it up here. Say around 6 a.m. This is before that. About 3 hours to midnight. We're very close to the solstice. That's why we have these late sunsets. That's like 9 hours. Jeez. They don't got their flashers around. Okay. So the solar eclipse is starting in less than 9 hours from now. Wow. So, like, good luck getting 8 hours of sleep. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm not getting my 8 hours. So realistically, best case scenario, I might get 4.5 hours of sleep, of like midnight to 4:30, and then go see the eclipse, then go back to the hotel at 7 o'clock in the morning, and sleep for another 3 hours, and then set an alarm so I wake up before checkout time. They don't bill me for a second night. because I get the one night for free. I have no idea how much since I'm not paying for it, I didn't check the prices. So I don't know how much a second night would cost. But I do know, I do know that it's more expensive than the cheapest hotel in Erie. Look at that car, wow. So I'm going the speed limit, and look how fast they're going. They got like I don't know, sports cars, like a Ferrari or something. Zoom, zoom. Yeah. Yeah. So I should just so post it in the comments. Say, do you like watching the video and listening to me talk? Or do you think it would be better if I just did the audio only and just yap, yap, yap into the sound recorder and not do the video? Because that would use way less storage. And I don't have to worry about the power requirements and so forth. Like any handheld recorder can record for, I don't know, I think they go for 24 hours or something. 18 to 24 hours. You can talk all day basically before the battery dies. Like the Tascam, and you can still even they can externally power it to say then you can literally talk forever. Like I say, when you fall asleep, it'll just record you snoring. But I can't remember what the speed limit is here. Oops, step behind the truck. So there's no campsites at Presque Isle. That's what I thought. Maybe I go to campsite.
In 0.8 miles. Keep right onto I-70 West.
But then I'd basically have to buy a tent and learn how to set up a tent. I never used a tent. And I would not sleep nearly as well as I would in an actual bed, for a hotel room. So, I say I need the best rest possible because I'm not getting enough sleep. So, the sleep I do get, I need it to be quality sleep. So, I think I'm going north, stay north. Yeah, so, whatever sleep I can get, I need it to be, good quality sleep. Be as rested as possible. So I'm just going to stay behind this truck right now because I want to make sure I get on the right path.
Keep right onto I-70 West.
So I'm going north, not west. See, I can do both. I can record audio continuously, when there's nothing interesting going on visually, and then only turn the video on when there's something this is interesting. We're going on a big bridge here. I don't know how much of the bridge you can see. And you still got the dashboard, the car dash in the frame, I think. Good news is my nose stopped sniffling, so I guess my exposure to pollen is over. We got a high flyer here, Speedy Gonzalez.
Continue 2.5 miles, then take exit 18, on right, to I-79 North.
Maybe. All I know is that 79 North doesn't have tolls. Because that's what I said when I said avoid. Oh, I should have changed the GPS. Oops, I forgot to do that. To avoid tolls. But when I checked Google Maps at home, it said the path to avoid tolls was just go to Morgantown and then go from Morgantown to Erie. So it looked pretty simple. So driver's intuition. So, well, that looks like it might be an excellent. I think I don't know if they did that if the lanes or dashes are closer together, maybe. So I think Pittsburgh's coming up. Well, it says Wheeling, Pittsburgh. So I don't think we're anywhere near Pittsburgh. I don't know how far south of Pittsburgh Wheeling is. See, Dick's Sporting Goods and Target. Wow, they have a Target here. That's cool.
In 0.7 miles, take exit 18, on right, to I-79 North.
Okay. This is the split. Okay, I don't want to get on the wrong road here. That'd be very, very bad. Going to Pittsburgh, not Wheeling.
Take exit 18, on right, to I-79 North.
Getting that big city vibe yet? That's to say, like I said, they have all those fancy big city stores like Dick's Sporting Goods and Target. Only like the really big cities have those kinds of fancy stores. So, listen, I was on their website though, from Dick's Sporting Goods. Is they have the best prices I could find on hard shell kayaks, but I think it's still too expensive. So more road work. So
Drive 20 miles on I-79 North.
I'm gonna have to call a hotel at some point and let them know I'm getting there later than I thought. Like some kind of outlets. That's usually like the big cities. They have these outlet places, and basically, like I said, the Hagerstown has one, and you get like it's like name brand stuff at like discount prices, basically. But it's not as cheap. Oh, it's raining. That's good. You say, oh no, it's raining. Well, that's actually excellent. I'm really happy it's raining. And I hope it pours. Because the more it rains, it gets hard now to turn on the wipers. The more it rains, now in the night, the clearer the skies will be in the morning. So this is so what I'm thinking, see, downpour is good. This is a really good thing. This is why the skies are going to be so clear and eerie. It's going to pour here, but I'm guessing the reason I'm going to Erie is because this rain is by the time it gets to Maryland, it must be a really big rainstorm. Because by the time it gets to Maryland, it's going to be raining in Maryland, but not in Pennsylvania. So this is a good thing. I'm really happy. As I haven't looked at the forecast since I left, but from what I know of weather, the skies are usually clearest right after a big storm. So we get a really big storm. I'm hoping for one. That's good for the solar eclipse. For anyone who's watching solar eclipse, right after a rainstorm, that's perfect. But it's not fun to drive it. The visibility's poor, and that's going to add extra time. If it's raining when I get there, I'm just going to leave everything in the car. The visibility is awful. Turn on the defogger, turn off the air conditioner. Well, you got some lightning. Okay. I turned on the defogger, so that should help a little bit. I'm talking about whether you're going to see now something interesting is happening. Yeah. I say if it suddenly starts pouring, I'm focusing on the road. I'm not going to hit the road. I can barely see the road at all. I'm trying to stay in the lanes and going slow. So. Now we're having an adventure. You thought the video was dull before, now it's more adventurous. Yeah. So I want adventure, not danger. Thankfully, there's not much traffic. This would be a nightmare if there was a lot of traffic. Lightning. I don't know if you can see the lightning flashes at 30 frames per second. And it's on automatic settings, so I don't know how it's dealing with the dark and the lightning and all that stuff. We'll find out. Like I say, technically this is still a video test. Even though it's for an actual real event, it's not a test event. But this whole trip is just a practice run for 2023, really. But that would be crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do for file storage, because that's like a 3-day trip. If I was to go to Texas, and there's no way I could record that much video. Like, what did I say before? Like, I have no idea what that means. Sign testing?